Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video, we will explore gRPC client-server bi-directional streaming with C# and Visual Studio 2019. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So let's get to it then. gRPC bi-directional streaming is where both the client and server send a sequence of messages using the read-write stream. So both streams operate independently, so the client and server can read and write in whatever order. So let's get to it then. So as you can see, I've got Visual Studio 2019 open. So we get started by creating a new project. So we actually look for the ASP.NET Core gRPC service. So we click on Next. So we give it a name. So we're gonna call it gRPC Streaming. So we just leave it as .NET 5.0. So we just wait for the project to create. So now we've actually got the gRPC service created. We've got these two folders, the protos and the service. So the protos is where the protocol buffer or the service definition or the service is actually defined. So here we've actually got a template, grid.proto, and inside the service we've actually got a grid service. So we will actually remove both of them. So we're gonna delete them. Then we're gonna delete the grid service as well. So once we're done with that, we come inside the startup.cs. So we scroll down. So here we're actually gonna comment the endpoint as well. We're gonna comment this as well. So what we do next is actually double click on the project. So here, this is what we're actually going to do. So first, what we do is we right click on the protos and add a new item. So we add a gRPC. So here we've got protocol buffer. So it's got a proto link here. So we're gonna make it streamer.proto. So we're gonna come inside the project. So here we're actually going to add this. I'm gonna copy and paste it as I don't want to waste too much time. So you can test it. So just here or anywhere around here, I'm just gonna paste this here. So it's actually referencing the proto buff. So we're actually including the protos folder, and then we grab the links to the protocol buffer, right? And the service is obviously it's a server, yeah. So the next part, what we do next is actually we click on the streamer.proto here, then we add some stuff to it. So what we do next is actually add a package. So the package is we're gonna name it gRPC streaming, and then a message. So the message will be our stream message. Yeah, so we have inside a string username. This will be equal to 1, and then the string, this will be the main message that we want to send over the wire. Yeah, so we're actually going to declare our service as well. So this will use the keyword service. So the service will be our stream service. So here, this is what we're going to put, our RPC, and we're going to start this method, start streaming. And this will take a stream, which will be the stream message that we've just created underneath. And this will actually return it will return the same stream, the stream message, right? So this is all we're gonna do for this part, yeah? So we're just gonna rebuild it to see if we don't get any errors. So we've got the rebuild succeeded. So in this case, we can proceed to the next stage. So what we do next is actually right click on the services, and then we add a new class. So we're going to call it so message stream service, message stream service, right? So this will actually inherit the stream service that we just stream service. So stream service base, right? So this is what we're gonna do. So inside the stream service, this is what we're gonna put. First, we declare this private field. So this will be an iLogger, and it will take in this this message stream service, and it will be our logger to log any exceptions, right? So we initialize our constructor, and then we pass in our iLogger. This will take our message stream service, and it will be a logger. So we set the iLogger to the incoming logger. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do for here now. So we're actually going to override the start streaming method that we created inside the proto, the streamer.proto. So we do that by creating a public override. So start streaming. So we're going to override this method. So we're just going to remove the return part, and then we're going to set it to an async task. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. So we start by checking if our request stream is not null. So this is where we're going to put most of our code. Then we also check if there's an incoming stream. So we do this by await the request stream dot move next. So if that's the case, if there's no incoming stream, we return nothing. Otherwise, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put most of the rest of the code inside a try catch block. So we're going to put our try block. So any exception, we're just going to call our logger. We're just going to log the information only to the console. So it's the message. Yeah, so we come inside the try block. Yeah, so we check if message is empty. So if the string dot is null or empty, so we check our request stream dot current. So we check the incoming message. Then we check if the string dot equals, so our request stream dot current dot message, and then if it contains a QW quotation, and then string comparison dot ignore case. Yeah, so if that's also the case, then we return. So otherwise, this is what we're going to do. So right after this, yeah, we initialize a variable, which is the message. So this will be equal to request stream dot current dot message. So we can write this to the console.writeLine. So we could say our message from client. So we could just print out the message. So it will be request stream dot current dot message. We can say a message from client, so we're actually going to use the username first, and then the message. So we could say the request stream dot current dot message. So we print out the message here. So the next part is, now we send our response to the client. So we await for the response. So we say the response stream. So the response stream dot write async. So we got no write async. So we're just gonna add a new instance of the stream message. So we're just gonna put our message here. So we're just gonna send the username back to the user. So we're just gonna say the username, we're just gonna put our request dot current dot username. And then the message, we're just gonna put something like this. A reply stream from the server at daytime.utc now. Then we just put our full daytime. So we could just say to the user, request stream.current.username, right? So that's all we're gonna do for here now. So as we can see here, it is very simple to handle this part of the code, right? So the next part, obviously, is we're going to write the client as well. But before we do that, we will come to the startup here, and then here, we uncheck the endpoint. So here, we remove this part here, and then we make it stream, our message stream service. So the message stream service, we use this instead. So we actually build the application again to see everything is working. So we actually run it just to see. So now, as you can see here now, we've actually got the service running now. So the next part is we're going to create the client to stream to the server and back and forth. So we stop this from running. So we right click our solution and add new project. So we're going to add a console app, right? So we click on next, and here we're just gonna add a gRPC client. So we click on next and then create a project. So now, as you can see here now, we've actually got the project created now. So without wasting time, we right click the project and then manage NuGet package. So we go to the browse and we start by adding gRPC.net.client package. So that will be the first result. So we click on install, accept the licensing stuff. So, and this is what we're actually going to install next, the Google Protobuf. So that will be the top result as well. So we install this as well. And then the last one will be the gRPC tools. So that one, we click on install as well, and then okay. So we've got that bit installed. So we just close the NuGet package. So we come inside the service, and we copy the Protos folder, and then we paste it inside the client. So we click the client to open the project. So as you can see here now, once we actually copied and pasted it, so we've got this item group created inside the client. So what we do is we change this part here from server to client. Yeah, so we've changed it from server to client. Okay, so now we come inside the gRPC client and we open the program.cs. So here, the hello world, we're just gonna change it to press enter to continue. So here we're just gonna put console.readline. So the next is we start with using a variable. We're gonna call this variable channel, and this will be a gRPC channel. Yeah, and then dot for address. So we put our address. So this will be our http://2/ localhost 5001. Yeah, so the next part is initialize a variable called our client, and this will be equal to, the client will be a new instance of our stream or message stream service. Message. Okay, so before we actually go ahead, I'm just gonna comment on this bit. First, we have to actually rebuild the client. So once the client has been rebuilt, then we can use that message. I mean this will actually be the stream service instead, not the message service. So it's a stream service client. Yeah, so we put our channel inside. So what we do after the channel is we're just gonna put a variable string. That will be our username. This will be equal to, put any user that you want, John Doe, Joe Doe, or John Doe, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So the next part is using a variable. We call this variable stream, and this will be equal to client dot start streaming. So now we could just declare our response. So our response will be equal to task dot run. So this will be an async. So basically, we're just gonna change our main to a task. And so we could use the async keyword. Yeah. So now we can have our async. So inside the response here, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna await for each variable rm for response message in stream dot response stream dot read or async. So we're just gonna print out the message. Yeah, so the incoming message, we're just gonna print that out. So just right after that response, or we could just say we say enter message to stream to server. So here we're going to use the while loop. So while true. So this is what we're actually going to do. Variable test is equal to console.readline. So we could say if string dot is now empty, test, we break. Otherwise, we await stream dot request. So now we're going to send the request stream dot write async. So this will be our new stream message. So here, this is what we're going to pull. So the string, the username will be the username we created, and then the message so the message will be the test. Yeah. So if you look at it, it's not very difficult. So right after the while loop, you just can say disconnecting. So we could put await stream dot request stream dot complete async, and we await the response. Yeah, so this is all we're gonna do. So to run it, we have to right click on the solution, and then set start a project. So we set it to multiple projects, and then we move the server up, and then we select both. We set all both of them to start. And then we apply changes. Click OK. Then we F5, or we click on the start to run. Yeah. So as you can see now, we've got both projects running now. So if we click on enter, so as you can see here now, we've actually got the client connected to the service. So we can enter the message. This is the first message, whatever. So we press enter. So as you can see here now, if we look at it here, so this is the request ID and application, blah, blah, blah. So as you can see, we've actually got the message sent. As you can see, the message sent to the server, and then the reply from the server stream. So you can go ahead and actually build it further. I'm actually going to make a simple chat application from this on my next video. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. As you can see, I've got lots of videos coming up, and I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Stay blessed and peace.